want to show you how travel is possible if you're living with a chronic illness or a disability. I have multiple sclerosis and you're taking mobility aids away with you. I want to share with you our weekend that we had in Poland, Gdańsk. Check out my earlier video about navigating the airport with mobility aids and booking special assistance. There's loads of tips in there to help you feel more confident. We arrived in the evening and with my mobility scooter we took our first walk together through the lit up cobbled streets, down the long market through the archway. It was so pretty. We had a little wander around before we turned in for the night. The next day after breakfast we made our way over the cobbled streets to St Mary's Basilica. The cobbles were a bit of a challenge, but the mobility scooter handled them really well and I was able to get right inside the church without any trouble. It was lovely to see that such a historic place could be so easily accessible. And once we were inside we watched the astronomical clock. It comes to life on the hour and the little figures move around. The sound fills the whole church and it was such a special moment to see it in action, especially knowing how old and beautifully maintained it is. We stayed at the Radisson Hotel. You can have a look at my other video about the accessible room in there as well, and it overlooked a river, and from our window we watched a bridge swing to allow a pirate ship to go through. That evening we went on that pirate ship down the Motława River and it was an interesting trip with a commentary about the city's harbour and the trade history. There's a step to get on the ship and once on board we just settled in and watched the world go by, watching the reflections on the river. We found this lovely little restaurant and even though there was a bit of a queue outside, they were offering cups of tea just to keep you warm whilst you waited. I thought that was really sweet. Then there was a small step to get inside, but I managed it. I folded down my scooter and it was definitely worth the wait once we got inside. We enjoyed the most delicious pierogies. They're like little Polish dumplings filled with things like cheese, potatoes or meat, like a real comfort food. And then afterwards I had the apple pie, which was delicious. One of my absolute favourite streets in Gdańsk was the Mariacka Street. There's just something so special about the cobbles, the little steps going up to the buildings and all the tiny amber shops tucked along the way. It's known as the heart of Gdańsk's amber trade, but beyond that it's just beautiful and calm and it's so atmospheric. I could have spent ages there. If you're living with MS or any other disability or chronic illness, just know travelling takes a little bit of extra planning. There can be rough patches, but also it can be done. It's well worth it. If you've got a free weekend, get yourself to Gdańsk because it's so pretty. Take care. Bye.